I was in Washington, D.C. teaching the Word of God just a few weeks ago. I was talking with a man that works in the federal government. He was in a real high position with the Obamacare health care plan. And I asked him a question. I said, I've read in the Obamacare health care that by the March of this next year, we will all have to have a national ID card. He said they have changed that. They're not going to give you a national ID card anymore. They're going to give you a nanobot. You may not know what that is. Nanobots are tiny little robots that mankind can control from an outside source. The tests they have been doing on those things is they take a man in prison that's there for life with no chance of parole, and they inject him with these nanobots, a little tiny microscopic robot. And then he said they can take a man that's perfectly normal, and from a computer you can control this man and make him become a raging maniac. Or you can take a man that's a raging maniac and make him a sweet, nice person. He says that they can control you with these nanobots. Eventually this is going to come to the whole world. I don't know when it's coming to Norway. When they put these little things in you, they can control you. They can make you well with these things, or they can make you sick with these things. They can kill you with these things. Sounds kind of scary, doesn't it? But if I hadn't have got this from a source in the head of the federal government, I would not have believed it. Now, this man is in a very high position in Washington, D.C. I told him when he told me this, I said, nobody will take this thing. He said, they will knock the doors down to get this thing. I said, why? Why would a man or a woman desire to have this thing injected into them that can control their body? He said, because what they can do, they will promise you a healthy living with no sickness and no disease. You won't have to have health care. They will take care of you. I first told him, I said, I heard that they're going to put an RFID chip in the average American. An RFID chip is about the size of a grain of rice. I heard that's what they were going to put in our right hand or in our right head. He said they've decided against the RFID chip because it can be taken out. I said, so if they put the RFID chip in me, I will cut it out of myself. He said every human being in the United States of America will be forced to take this chip. I told him I will never take this chip. He said they'll put it in you anyway. I said then I will cut it out of myself. He said they thought about that, and that's why they're not going to use the RFID chip anymore.
That's why they're not going to use the RFID chip anymore.
There will be some people, and there will be Christians that will refuse to take the chip. So they're going to use these little nanobots. I told him, I said, if they put that in me, I will cut that out of me. He said, that's impossible. When they put the nanobot in you, it becomes a part of your DNA.
It becomes a part of your DNA.
And it cannot be taken out. They put those things in you with an injection needle. So I asked this friend of mine, if you go in and you take this nanobot, what's going to happen to you? He said, Thurman, I believe this is the mark of the beast.
This is the mark of the beast.
After talking with this man in Washington only a few weeks ago, it really excited me that the end of time is upon us.